Okay guys, it's Monday. It's time to move on, try and get this sign done. I really want to get through this on today's video. So where we left off last Friday is we had all the carving done. We did the edging, the whole deal. So now we got to go back with our stiff bristle brush and go in there and make sure that we get all that loose stuff out of there. So again, I go several different directions. Vertically, horizontally, and then I make kind of round motions. And then I'll tap it, get it out there. Now, I want to make sure that I look at this kind of at this angle to see if I've got any high spots. It looks like these might be high right there. I don't know if I'm actually even showing it at the right angle.
I had it at the, hold it down a little.
So it looks like there's a few high spots in there. So what I do there is I take my little hand carving tool, or you could use a, you could use a knife, you could use whatever you've got. Just stuff to pop out those high spots so that when I sand it off, I don't get any white spots on the black background. Looks like I need to sharpen this one. It's pretty dull.
Doesn't help that we used it for a glue.
Yeah,
thing.
I use this for a lot of different things. And then this, of course, we got to brush out this, but there's not a lot of that. All pretty much clears out as you're carving it. Okay, so we're going to come back and we'll get this thing sprayed. Okay, guys. So before I spray, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mask off, because I don't know why, but lately I've been really laxed in spraying my pine with sanding sealer, and I don't think this pine has any sanding sealer on it. So I'm just going to mask off big spots to lessen the chance of bleed when I do my spraying. So I'm going to take a few minutes and mask this off. When we come back, then we'll get to spraying. Alright, let's just get this sprayed. Now I know what you guys are saying. Wait a minute, Eric, you put tape on, masking tape, but you already had black on there from the layout. Yes, you are correct. But here's the deal. The more black you got on there, the more chances that you have of bleeding. So, if I'd really been thinking, number one, I'd have put sanding sealer on the board before I'd ever started. But even beyond that, what I should have done is I should have masked off before I did the layout. But again, I did not. Oh, we didn't put any masking tape in there. So, huh?
That was your spot.
That was my spot, you're right. Okay, so we're just going to hope for the best here. But again, nice. I'm just going to try and just have a really light touch with the spray. Oh, by the way, I'm using the primer. So I guess I probably don't have to talk about having a light touch with the spray can. I say it every time, but
I can still smell that stuff.
Yeah, you've got your respirator on too.
Sorry, I didn't have the door open.
That's all right. All right, so let me turn it over. I'm getting black on my hands because I didn't put gloves on. That's what happens when you get in a hurry. That's what I tell you guys all the time.
That's what you tell me all the time.
Take your time. Don't get in a hurry. All right, that's it. Stop. I have to stop myself. Walk away. All right, this dries off. We'll sand it off. Okay, so normally I would have a 40 or 50 grit sand belt on here, but I don't know. I let myself run out, and so we're using an 80, but we're still going to go cross grain on the back, and then we'll turn it over and go with the grain on the front. Here we go. So yes, I was chasing the board around the mat. I'm so used to using this, guys. I know that for some of you, that would have really been maybe kind of a challenge. I'm so used to having a light touch with that sander, and I'm so used to using it. The reason that was doing is it got a little bit of sawdust up underneath the board, and so it didn't give that mat something to grip on. If you get sawdust underneath there, that's really actually a good example of what will happen when you're sanding that board. Now, could I do it a different way? Absolutely I could. And see, this has actually got sawdust underneath the mat as well. Again, you want to try and keep these mats as clean as you can. The mats and the bench. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush off my mat here. I think my wife got kind of freaked out when that board started sliding around. I'm so, you know, I just have been doing this for so long that just isn't a big deal for me. I just kind of go with it. All right, so the back of the mat is pretty clear and clean. Clear and clean. So now it should grip pretty well. But now I'm going to go and sand the front side. So let's see if we can keep it from moving. Now, if it starts sliding now, what I'll do is I'll put up my block here so that it doesn't fly off the end of the table. That always kind of puts a damper on things. Here we go. Go with the other sander, which is actually I think it's about a 120 grit on my little sander. My little portable cable sander. Porter cable. Mouth's all messed up today. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what it looks like. Actually, I'll put this behind there. All right, there it is, guys. So now I'm going to take and actually use my soft brush and just brush off the little feathers. Actually, I like to make sure that I've got air blowing on it at the same time. Now, if you go back and watch when I was spraying, you'll see that there were some spots in there that looked like it was a little bit light, like I should have sprayed a little bit more on there. But you can see when you get there that it just is not the case when the sign is all done. What are you pointing at?
And the one at the bottom.
At the bottom? Yeah, there's a little spot there. All right, so let's fix that. That's right down in the groove, too. All right.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you saw that. This is a good opportunity. So here's how we fix that, guys. I don't know, are you on there?
Yep.
Just like that.
And show what you're using there.
This is one of those Tombows pins. I've showed these a few times. I think the little label is gone, but it basically is a set of the Tombows. Okay. But it's got a end like that, and then the little chisel point or the little fine point, which I use this quite a bit. But anyway, that takes care of that. So, you know, most of the time, anything that happens is fixable. You guys will notice if you go back and watch the sanding, I think over here there was like a divot that was that came out black because I hadn't taped that off. Well, you can see I just used my sander and I went a little bit deeper right there, and it worked. And but anyway, so now we're going to I've got to actually get a hold of my customer, take a picture of this, because I can't remember whether my customer wanted the cedar stain on it or whether he wanted to leave it the light color like this. So I'm going to go do that. As soon as I hear that, we'll finish this up and get a finish on it. All right, folks, we're going to get a stain on this. I contacted my customer, and he does want the cedar stain on it. So I actually get a lot of questions on this cedar stain, so I figured this will make a good demo for you. So here is what I use. It's made by Krylon, and it's an exterior cedar stain. It comes in a lot of different colors. I just like the cedar. Now with these tips and this stain, you really have to, it can be really temperamental. So you really have to be careful and keep it moving. And I always test it first. Make sure it's spraying good. This is a fairly new can, but these nozzles sometimes get all kind of jacked up. You might have to put another nozzle or clean them out. So here's the thing when you're doing stain on this. You have to keep it moving. Am I yelling? Okay, sorry. All right, so you have to keep it moving. Start off, and all you're doing is you're just fogging that thing. If you get it any heavier than that, it looks like paint. Actually, I was talking to somebody the other day. Oh yeah, when we were down with Joe and Barbara, he was saying that he didn't like this stuff because it looked like it was going on like paint. So you got to just fog that, and I don't wipe it because if you wipe it, it might pull that black and streak it across the sign. So again, make sure that's spraying nice and even. That's it, done. So you just fog it, and then you just let it set, and that'll take probably an hour to 2 hours to dry. It doesn't dry very fast. So from there, I'm just going to put a clear on top of it. I'm going to use the Critter sprayer, and I'm going to spray some coats of the Czar polyurethane on there, which is a clear, and it's really good for exterior. Go back and watch videos number 220 and 228, and I use the Critter gun. So I'm not going to do this on this video because I've done it so many times. So go back and watch 220 and 228. All right, we will be back with one more scene, and we've got a big announcement. Okay, folks, that is about it for today. So we've got one more announcement. If you guys look down in the description of all of our videos lately, you'll see a link to video 241 where we have all of our Amazon links. On 241, down on the description, we have links to all of our different products that we are affiliates for on Amazon. Well, Amazon contacted us, and because we're what they call an influencer, which is kind of cool, they allowed us to actually have an Amazon store. So now, if you look down in the link below, it's kind of cool because you'll go right to Amazon, and everything that we use for supplies, that's beside the makeawoodsign.com, where we have our router bits and our layout templates. But everything that we use that's bought on Amazon, that is now, we have an Amazon store. And from this video on, that Amazon store will be linked in the description. If you don't have access to the description in this video and you want a link to our Amazon store, just send me an email, eric@makeawoodsign.com. Obviously, you can send me an email anytime for anything, eric@makeawoodsign.com. But if you need that link, let me know. What that does, guys, is since we're an Amazon affiliate, every time somebody buys something through that store or with our Amazon affiliate number, we get a little bit of a kickback from Amazon. Kind of helps, another way that kind of helps to support us, besides you guys buying some of our supplies on makeawoodsign.com, our router bits and layout templates and cutout templates and all that stuff. So it's just another way that you guys can support us if you feel you need to, and you feel that that you get enough value out of what we do that you want to do that. We'd appreciate it. So it's kind of cool that Amazon allowed us to do that, but everything should be there, and we'll be adding more stuff as we go. So if you guys have something that you want, that you're looking for that isn't in that store, just send me or Vicky an email, and we'll let you know how to get it. What else? I guess that's about it. If you like this, please subscribe and click that little bell icon so you get notification. We appreciate it. I'm posting every day on Instagram, Make a Wood Sign, and doing a lot more over there. Got some really, really cool projects coming up. A big collaboration that I'm hoping will be starting within the next week. So anyway, guys, thanks again. We love you all. And again, questions, anything I can help with, just send me an email and I'll get right back to you. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.